Hello everyone, welcome to Headlines of the Day. This is 19th of May 2022 and we are back again with some of the major articles from the Indian Express. Let's begin our today's discussion with the very first article on page number 1 from GS2 under the topic of Constitution. The article is headlined as Supreme Court lets Pirarivalan walk free 24 years after death penalty. So AG Pirarivalan was one of the 7 convicts in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. From this article, you have to know about the Article 142 of the Indian Constitution. What is the idea behind Article 142, scope of this article, and what are some of the popular instances where the Supreme Court has used its power under the Article 142. Moving further on page number 1 itself from GS2 Polity and Governance, there's an article, Prime Minister panel flags Urban Job Guarantee Scheme, Universal Basic Income. So this is in accordance to the report commissioned and released by Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister that suggested that government should launch a guaranteed employment program for the urban unemployed. So from this article, you have to understand the key findings of the report titled The State of Inequality in India and the concerns highlighted by it, further on some of the recommendations that are made in this particular report. Alright, moving further on page number 5 from GS2 Polity and Governance, there's another article. In 1991, when Uma Bharti flagged Gyanvapi in Lok Sabha, opposed the worship bill. So this article is again on the Gyanvapi mosque issue. From this article, you have to understand what are the highlights of places of worship, Special Provisions Act of 1991, and objectives and issues. Further on, what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 6 from GS2 Governance section, there's an article, Government flagged low score in World Bank's Governance Index. You have to know about the World Bank's World Governance Indicators, what is the status of India, findings of Ministry of Finance's Economic Division in this particular context. Moving further on page number 8 from GS2 Governance section, there's an article, WHO's Gone Wrong. This article is written by Ms. Shelja Chandra. And this article says that by using modeling and not national data sources on COVID deaths in India, it has ignored UN conventions. From this article, you have to understand what is the controversy over the underreporting of COVID deaths in India. Also know about the projection of World Health Organization report. Does India has a system to enumerate the death? Also know about the Registration of Births and Deaths Act 1969 and what does the death data from Civil Registration CRS shows, certain key analysis and what will be the possible scenario ahead. Moving further on page number 8 itself from GS2 International Relations, another article on the India-Nepal relations. The article is headlined as Road to Kathmandu. PM Modi's recent Nepal visit saw a successful deployment of India's soft power to repair bilateral ties that were under stress. From this article, you have to understand what is the significance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Lumbini on the eve of Buddha Purnima on May 16th. Also know about the bilateral relations between India and Nepal, challenges and the methods to handle them. Moving further on page number 9 from GS3 Economy section, there's an article, Another Time, Another Crisis. So it is relating to 2006, India faced a wheat crisis and the lessons from that time are yet to be implemented. From this article, you have to understand what led to India's 2006 wheat crisis, how the current situation looks so familiar, and the lessons for today from India's 2006 wheat crisis, what expertise is available in the country now, and what can India do to avoid such errors in future. Moving further on page number 11 from GS3 Science and Technology, there's an article, What a Child's Tooth Tells Us About Humans' Ancient Cousins. So this is an interesting article. From this article, you have to understand who were the Denisovans, what has been found now, and why is the finding very important. Moving further on page number 11 itself from GS1 History section, there's another article that is headlined as Origin, Myth and History of the Name of Lucknow, the City of Lakshman. So another article on the naming of cities. From this article, you have to understand what is the origin, myth and history of the name Lucknow and where did it come from. Alright, moving further on page number 13 from GS3 Science and Technology, there's an article, How will Apple's door detection feature help users? From this article, you have to understand what is Apple's new door detection feature and how does it work. Well, with this, we call it a wrap of Headlines of the Day, the Indian Express. This is Kritika signing off. I'll see you with more such videos. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.